service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC News and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell. You'll find your AccuWeather forecast right across the top of your CNC local news page. Competition has apparently worked in Eastman Kodak's favor. It's brought the company a better refinancing deal, and it gives Kodak a better shot at getting out of bankruptcy. Kodak says it's accepted an offer of $830 million in loans, and this replaces the first offer of $793 million, the company announced on November 12th. The interim financing offer was put together by a group of second lien creditors that goes by the lengthy legal name of the Steering Committee of the Second Lien Noteholders Committee. They represent those second in line to be paid what they're owed by Kodak once the first in line creditors are taken care of. The Steering Committee represents 10 major institutional investors who hold secured notes from Kodak and who believe this gives them a better chance of someday seeing those notes paid off. Kodak issued a press release saying this financing strengthens Kodak's position to successfully execute its remaining reorganization objectives and emerge from Chapter 11 in the first half of 2013. And Kodak's CEO Antonio Perez called this a vote of confidence in Kodak's future. The financing includes $455 million in new short-term loans, as well as refinancing of earlier debt. To get it, Kodak has agreed to conditions, including the successful sale of its digital imaging patent portfolio for no less than $500 million. Kodak can convert $630 million of the loans into longer-term notes, provided it does pull out of bankruptcy, and settles its pension obligations to Kodak retirees in the United Kingdom. The financing is subject to approval by the U.S. District Bankruptcy Court. A hearing will be scheduled in the near future. The Monroe County Legislature's Democrats say Republican County Executive Maggie Brooks is imposing what they call a snow tax on suburban homeowners. The Democrats say Brooks' 2013 county budget adds a surcharge on town property tax bills for snow and ice removal rather than funding it directly from the tax levy. They say that's an attempt to artificially keep the tax rate flat by moving $5 million in spending off the tax bill and replacing it with a user fee. They also say that's misleading the taxpayers because it's all coming out of their pockets. Democratic leader Carrie Andrews, who is a Rochester Democrat, said local residents will see their tax bills rise because of this new snow removal fee. She called for meaningful discussion about how to fund the county's operations. The county issued a statement saying unfunded mandates forced the county government to add the user fees in order to balance out the budget plan. The New York State Attorney General's office says it has reached a settlement with Excellus Blue Cross Blue Shield of Rochester on behalf of customers who overpaid because the health insurer improperly accounted for deductibles on their policies. State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman says a software glitch caused Excellus to deny about 12,000 claims because its computers showed the deductibles hadn't been met, even though they had been. Customers were overbilled as a result. Schneiderman says Excellus has entered into an agreement to make sure this doesn't happen again and has already repaid approximately $3.1 million to the subscribers and to their health care providers. The Attorney General's Health Care Bureau began investigating this issue after receiving a number of customer complaints. Excellus says it's already fixed the software bug and has made good on all the overbilled amounts that it is aware of. Governor Andrew Cuomo has named University of Rochester Medical Center CEO Brad Burke to the New York State Respond Commission, one of three bodies created to broaden New York's emergency preparedness in the wake of Superstorm Sandy. It'll help the state improve its response to weather-related disasters. Governor Andrew Cuomo appointed Burke. He joins a 27-member group that will study the response to the November storm and make recommendations to improve things in the future to protect hospitalized patients and to improve communications between the public and all levels of government. A report is expected January 3rd. And the Ontario County Sheriff's Department continues its investigation of that Tuesday night crash that injured 7 teenagers. 4 are now out of the hospital. The Sheriff's Department in Ontario County has determined that alcohol or drugs were not a factor in the crash. It's focusing increasingly on excessive speed, and we still don't know if the 19-year-old driver of that truck will be charged. To the left of this player window are links to these and other pages, and at the bottom, links you can use to post news items directly to us. Also, shout-outs, birth and wedding announcements, business openings. We're a community news resource, so we're interested in all of those things that interest you. So the next news is as it happens, and you can help us be the judge of that. Updates are when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.